Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be taking a look at the Mind Buddy add-on. So, this week's add-on drop was not great. There weren't many new add-ons, and the add-ons that were there, with this one, I just didn't really find interesting enough to make a video on. I mean, it's spooky month, so I can... it's officially the start of spooky month, so I could start doing some reviews of spooky add-ons, which I probably will be doing for this month. So if you have any horror themed add-ons that you want me to take a look at, put them down in the comment section below, and I'll check them out if I haven't already done a video on them. But yeah, anyway, so yeah, Mind Buddy. So, empty chip is that, plus book is the guidebook. Mind Buddy, it's the empty chip, some iron ingots, redstone dust, and glass pane. And you get one Mind Buddy. Oh, no, you say you get the awake Mind Buddy. Yeah, Mind Buddy. No, yeah, so you get one Mind Buddy. Right. So, yeah, so change active. Okay, so those are the mode. So you can change the mode, information, select an unlocked module to, so you can view information about the individual modules, settings, multi-break, multi-place enabled, max, break type, shapeless. So you can like do shapeless, staircase, bulldozer, and tunnel. So definitely check that out in a minute. But yeah, then so the first chip here is the construction chip. The construction chip unlocks the Mind Buddy's building module. It will be able to assist you in creating structures. Use the chip whilst holding the use the chip while holding the Mind Buddy in your offhand to add the module. Find more information in the so yeah, there's brick block, wood planks, cobblestone, and sand. Chip. So the construction chip. So you need to have the buddy in your offhand, and you interact. There we go. And now we've unlocked the building module. Change active module, construction. So, information, so construction. Software module allows Mind Buddy to help you place blocks and create structures. The construction mode has 4 modes. As column, the Mind Buddy will place blocks stacked vertically for you. It will also bridge gaps between blocks where possible. Placing a column at your feet will teleport you to the top of the column. Floor, Mind Buddy attempts to build a 5x5 area around the block you intend to place. The floor will not rotate when placed on the side of blocks. Then you have wall. Mind Buddy will tend to place a 4x7 wall around the block you place. If you don't have enough blocks, it will still do as much as it can. That should have been earlier, but well. Layer. The layer is a shorter version of the wall, allowing you to build walls at more precise heights. Sneak and interact whilst in construction mode to change the build mood. Okay, so if I grab some building blocks here, let's get some birch planks. Construction. So how does this work? So settings. So do I have it in my offhand? Oh, so that did some. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's the Okay, so that's the thing. So if I go do that. Oh, yeah, there we go. It teleported me to the top. Okay, and it doesn't use up blocks in creative mode. Nice. That makes things a bit easier for me. And if I go here... It did say it should build outwards, but it's not like a bridge, but it's not doing that. Oh yeah, there you go. You have to do it on the side of the block. It breaks a bit with better vibrant visuals, but yeah. Whoop. And that's a bug where it just teleports you to the top of it, even when it's not vertical. And it's horizontal. Okay, that time it didn't even... Why did it build that like that? Okay, whoa. Did I accidentally switch the mode? Hold on. If I'm going to turn environment... Yeah, I think I accidentally switched my settings. I'm going to turn vibrant visuals off because this just does not work with it. Video, vibrant visuals. Oh, here we go. Fancy. Need to be green fit there. Alright. Oh, it just... Okay, so... The outline for this is not great. So, do you crouch, interact, and then switch it? Oh. How do you switch the moods? Oh, there you go. So, yeah, now it's column. So, yeah, just crouch and interact. And while you're not looking at blocks, now it's layer, wall, floor, column. Yeah, but now, so it switches it, even if you're for column. So yeah, this could do with a bit of changing. So firstly, make it so that it doesn't switch modes if you're looking at a block. Secondly, or just make it so that when you interact with the Mind Buddy, you can just change the modes inside of the settings menu. Yeah, we got like layer. So it just builds upon what you've already built. Then we have wall. It's just build on the side of walls. Flooring. Yeah, so this doesn't replace blocks, which could be a bit annoying when you have like lots of grass and stuff. Yeah, back to column. So yeah, pretty cool though. It definitely is helpful if you're doing a lot of building. You would probably want to craft this. Just be careful about not crouch, please. And so let's move on to the next one. Next one is the destruction chip. It's hold on. Pickaxe, shovel, axe, and shears. Around the blank chip. The destruction chip unlocks the mining buddy is a building module. That's not right. It will be able to assist you in removing blocks. Use the chip while holding in our hand to find. So it just yeah. The book's not super helpful. So the destruction chip probably unlocks the destruction module. Yeah. So, change active mode, destruction. Let's get the information. So, destruction. Software allows it. Wait, what? So we have shapeless. The mining body will destroy as many blocks of the same type as it can, so as long as they are connected to the block will break. Got staircase. The staircase module will allow you to dig further diagonally to descend into the caves faster. Bulldozer. The mining body destroys all blocks in a 3x3 area around you. Current selection. Tunnel. Activating the tunnel mode allows the mining body to destroy a 3x3 tunnel extending 7 blocks where possible. You can interact whilst in destruction mode to change the break mode. So yeah. So if I'm just gonna get myself a pickaxe. Go to game mode 0. So this is shapeless, so it just destroys a bunch of blocks of the same type, like that. Itchy nose. And then we have staircase, which is supposed to make a staircase. Yeah, there you go. Made a little staircase. So it does only do do one block at a time. So you will have to mine multiple times to get a proper staircase, but that's not at the end of the world. Bulldozer, so this is just a 3x3 area. And we have tunnel, which is a 3x3x7 area. So yeah, this is nice, just being able to dig big tunnels. And I assume it also works on gravel. Hold on, let me get a shovel. Give at P shovel. Never a shovel. Yeah, you do have to hold the correct tool. Yeah. Now I want to see if I enchant my pickaxe with silk torch. And enchant at P silk. Say you want to get a bunch of stone for a build or something. Will this get you stone, or will it always just get cobble? It does apply the enchantment, so I did get stone. And I assume this would apply to ores as well. So there's some coal ore here. Yep, got it applied to ore as well. Yeah, that is nice. The only downside to this, in my opinion, is the fact that there are so many other add-ons with different ways to dig a 3x3 area. But honestly, this isn't bad. It is probably the cheapest way I can think of doing it, because it doesn't. Because Essentials does a bunch of durability damage to your tools, man. I don't know if it does do a bunch of durability damage. It might do, because it has done a fair bit of damage there, but I could have just been digging off. Yeah, so it's probably the cheapest way to achieve this, but there are better ways, like the mining laser that doesn't have durability. You just recharge it. Okay, I did mine all. So it does. I think it does do all the durability damage that you would say, for every block you mine it, it'll do a bit of damage to your tool. Yeah, itchy nose. But yeah, if you are terraforming it, it's definitely useful, but there's just other better options, but it is the cheapest because the mining gadget is pretty expensive. Then we have the mining chip. I don't know what the difference is, which is a pickaxe colon to cobblestone. The mining chip unlocks the mining. So I'm just gonna chip. Key mode 1. So mining chip. So let's switch to the mining chip mode. Mining mode. Also, what does the mining mode do? There's an ore locator. Interacting with an ore block causes the mine body to search nearby blocks, highlighting them easily. Sorted auto smelter. When mining a metal or copper, gold, or iron, the mine body will smelt the drops for you. Well, that is nice. Auto smelting is nice. Unless you're doing tinkers, then it's not so nice because the tinkers gives you a bonus ore. So yeah, so you have to interact on an ore. So if I interact on this coal ore now, said interact on an ore for the ore scanner. Do I need a pickaxe? God damn it, if I could stop it in a pick. Okay, yeah, so you have to be in survival. And it does highlight, so yeah, and it also highlights other ores of the same type. I don't know if I can find any iron to show, or gold or anything to show off the auto smelting feature. Oh, there's some iron. Yeah, it doesn't have a super big area. Oh, you can see there's some iron in the walls there. And if I mine this iron, yeah, it turned into an iron ingot. Yeah, like I said, that is nice if you don't have tinkers, but if you do have tinkers, then it's not very nice because tinkers gives you 1.5 times the ore. So yeah, if you're using tinkers, then you might want to just deactivate that when you're mining ores. Well, let's move on to the next. But honestly, with that one, I would have made it so that it would vein. You could switch between auto smelt and vein miner. Vein miner would have been useful. So I got the farming chip, which is a iron hoe, hay bale, bone meal, and seeds. So let's get the chip. Farming. So switch this to farming. So what does farming do? I assume it's just like auto harvest and stuff. The mining body will find other valuable areas for farmland, and when you till the ground, it will till grass and dirt in an area. So it's AoE tilling basically. Bone meal. The mining body amplifies the power of bone meal, allowing it to grow crops faster than ever. Harvest whilst holding the mining body in your offhand and a hoe in your main hand. The mining body will harvest nearby crops when you harvest. Okay. So let's get a who. Some bone meal. And let's get some potatoes. Anyway. Let's go somewhere where there's a bit more grass. There it's all blooming up. Here will do. So I'll put a water bucket there. Yeah, just, if you can see, it just shows. There we are. I don't know if it'll do areas, but yeah, by looks, yeah. Hold on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so it will do areas that can't be, areas that cannot be irrigated by the water. So if I just plop down some potatoes, yeah. So the bone meal does a 3x3 area now. Or at least a 3x3 area. Hold on. Oh yeah, it's more than a 3x3 area, but I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, one bone meal now. Bone meal a bunch of stuff, and then if I think I'm gonna be. Oh no, that works. So yeah, and then it just harvests in an AOE. Yeah, that's pretty cool. I would have also liked auto replanting, but yeah, not bad. So let's move on to the next chip. The combat chip, which is an iron sword, 2 iron ingots, and a target block. Combat chip. So, what does the combat chip do? Connected damage. The mind body helps you in your battles, damaging all nearby mobs of the same type as your original target. Auto cooks food. Once you've slain a mob that would drop raw meat, the mind body will cook it for you. Yeah, that's usually helpful, but if you have Tinker's Construct, you might not want them cooked meat because you might want it raw, so you can turn it into jerky. Spawn baby. When killing a passive mob for food, the mind body will spawn a baby to replace. Oh, that's actually really helpful for for like mob farms. Instead of just breeding them, you can just kill them and then have lots of babies there. So let's test this out. So if I'm gonna just get some fence posts. So if I just get a little area here. So first, I'm gonna summon a bunch of Vindicators. I'm gonna test this out with a normal vanilla sword first. This should chain the damage if they're close enough. No? Okay, so apparently it doesn't chain that. I thought it would like chain damage, but apparently not. I'm pretty sure it said it would do that. Okay, so we're just gonna get rid of these guys now then. And bring in some... why did I get rid of the sword? Sword. So that's some cow. We have cows. So oh, I killed it with the long sword. Did I forget to switch it to combat? Yeah, it's still on fire. That's why I wasn't doing the chain damage, because I didn't switch it to combat. That's why nothing's working. Still didn't spawn a baby. And okay, what? Oh, I didn't. Would also help if I had it in my offhand. Yeah, damn it. Right. Okay, yeah, you can see chaining damage there. So does it work with one of the swords? Oh yeah, it does work with swords from other add-ons. Cool. If I summon a bunch of indicators. So it doesn't do 100% damage to the other mobs. And now my inventory is full of rubbish, but yeah. But yeah, that's fine. Like I said, it has a couple of downsides if you're using other add-ons. But yeah, if you're just using this one and you don't have any other add-ons, that's pretty cool. And last one, utility chip. So it's a clock, a compass, and 2 diamonds. On a special feature module, it will be able to perform unique abilities. Yeah, so chip. Utility. So what does the utility chip do? Let's switch it. So I don't know why utility is there. It should be at the bottom because it's the most expensive. Information. Utility. Anyway. So time turner. Interact with any clock whilst the mind body is in your offhand. Offhand will move you forward in time. Teleportation using a compass will cause the mind body to teleport you to your spawn. Holding the mind body in your offhand whilst linking a compass to a lodestone will allow the mind body to return you to the lodestone's location. Item magnet. Whilst holding the mind body in your offhand, this mode, in this mode, it will move items towards me. So I just dropped the book on the ground there. You can see it's moving the book towards me. So if I just get a clock. Or a stack of clocks. Yeah, so I'm holding the clock and you can see there, moving time forward. Yeah, that's useful. If you're like in the middle of nowhere and then you can just use that to skip the night. And then so compass. Lodestone. So yeah, that just teleported me back to my spawn point, but if I wanted to teleport back here, I put a lodestone down, interact, and that's giving me a lodestone compass. There we go. It's because I had a stack of compasses, so it, yeah, moved into my offhand. But it's simply just like interact with it again to relink it and then it'll work. But yeah, that's pretty useful. Just for getting like back home and just like pulling items in. But there have been other add-ons that achieve similar things with things. So like Essentials has teleporters and the universal remote, which the universal remote can change the time of day, weather, and teleports you up to 9 different places. this technically has unlimited teleportation, so don't, with the lodestone compasses, it just depends on how many lodestones you can make. And the item magnet, well, Essentials doesn't have it yet. Essentials, in the next update, Essentials will add an item magnet, if I remember correctly. Yeah, because I was doing some beta testing for them. There's an open beta test on the Discord, which they do sometimes. And other add-ons like World Utilities has an item magnet, which draws stuff in. So yeah, it's not like no other add-ons have done this has done this before. So yeah, it's alright. So yeah, that's basically the entire add-on. And now time to rank it in my add-on rankings. I am going to put this in, what's this one? I'm going to put this in borderline you should consider, because it is quite useful. Literally my only real problem with it is that the only thing keeping it from being highly recommended is that although add-ons kind of achieve the same thing for the most part, like there are some things unique to it that are good, like the AoE bone mealing, but that's not earth shattering or mind blowing. It's kind of like, oh, that's neat. And the tunneling, like the breaking the blocks mode has some unique. Like, honestly, in my opinion, I think the building. I think the building mode is the most useful. Because because it is just useful. It just places down blocks for you, and but it needs a bit of work. Honestly, I think this just needs a bit more polish, and maybe something to make it really stand out, and then it'll be in highly recommended. But as it is, it's just like it's got a couple of problems, and when you have an add-on that's not very big, or having a couple of problems stands out more than a massive add-on that has tons of features and you know but some problems like if we go entirely recommended, Mystical Agriculture has some bugs and problems with it, but it is such a big add-on that is so useful. It's easier to ignore those problems, where with an add-on that's smaller and doesn't have a lot to stand out about it, it's kind of hard. It's harder to ignore those problems. But yeah, like I said, get those problems polished up, and then maybe add something that really makes it unique and stand out, and it'll be in highly recommended. But yeah, let me know what you think down in the comment section below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? Let me know why down in the comment section below. I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Hope to see you guys in the next one, and bye bye.